Many newcomers come to Canada in search of opportunities, but for many, that search stalls at the door to their profession. It's not a lack of desire or skill, it's a lack of access. Will Access is changing that. Many internationally trained professionals face barriers to working in their fields, even as Ontario faces shortages in healthcare, education, and public administration. The result is a missed opportunity, economically and socially. Ontario regulates dozens of professions and trades. Each has different requirements, different exams, and different pathways. For internationally trained professionals, this can become a career barrier without expert navigation.
I am an electronics engineer, graduating from the University of Guadalajara in Mexico. So it was difficult to find a job here as electronics engineer.
The barrier he had was that employers, for the positions he really wanted to do, wanted certifications. Certifications he didn't have and were too expensive for him to get.
I have to say that Will was absolutely crucial at the time for me. Not only for me, but for my family. We received from Will multiple support in terms of the understanding of the market, in terms of how I can present to the employers my experience, my credentials, how to validate my credentials here, starting from how I can define my career path here in Canada.
Stories like Camilo's show what's possible with the right support. Will Access is the only complete credential navigation service outside the Greater Toronto Area for all regulated professionals. Here's how we help. First, we help with personalized pathway planning. Our counselors map out every requirement, every exam, and every step specific to your profession. No guesswork, no costly mistakes. Then, document mastery. We ensure your international credentials meet exact Ontario standards before you submit, preventing months of delays.
I can remember the case of a person who was nurse back in her home country, and she had the opportunity to join our organization in a clerical role. She is doing a great job at the hospital, and she is at the same time studying to get the equivalence of their studies so she can becoming a nurse here.
This is economic development. When internationally trained professionals work in their fields, they mentor and support other newcomers, build stronger, more connected communities, and experience better mental health and stability.
But I am so happy to have the opportunity to work, at least in a health-related job.
A professionally licensed newcomer creates additional jobs. A practicing engineer fills one position and designs projects that employ dozens. A licensed healthcare professional treats patients and trains others. A practicing lawyer fills one position and guides the development of legal policy that affects entire communities. Will Access helps individuals get licensed and release trapped economic potential that strengthens entire regions.
What's coming is much more important and exciting as we enter a labor shortage market in our region. I think the work we've done and the work yet to do will really truly help us and help our region thrive.
Canada invested in attracting skilled immigrants. Now we need to invest in utilizing their skills. Will Access provides the missing link between international talent and provincial need. Because the question isn't whether we can afford to help internationally trained professionals get licensed. The question is, can we afford not to?